Hi everyone and welcome back to Time Check, the live show that we tell you everything about the Borilli Enduro European Championship 2022. We are here for this second show and we are going to have a lot of guests here with us today for telling you how was the Eleveit round 2. We went in Tamasi to compete for this second round and it was amazing. But let's enter the first guest that we're going to have. There is CARLO MINOT, an Italian guy that won the general chart of the Junior 1 class. So, hi Carlo, ciao. So, I'm going to speak before in Italian with him and then I will translate it in English for all of you. So, Carlo, com'è andata questa trasferta ungherese?
Beh, sono molto soddisfatto, diciamo che già dal primo giorno mi sono sentito bene sulla moto e sono contento di aver portato a casa il podio nella prima giornata con un buon margine sul secondo posto. In generale sono contento sia per la gara sia per come ha lavorato il team. Sono contento delle persone che sono venute ad accompagnarmi e alla fine diciamo che anche nella seconda giornata dove il meteo ci ha messi tutti alla prova ci siamo difesi tutti bene. Io come pilota e loro come membri del team, insomma. Diciamo che per tutti sono le prime esperienze e ci sono comportati bene.
So now traduco così facciamo prima e capiscono tutti. So for me it was a very good weekend. I'm happy about the way that I drove my bike. So I'm happy about this. I'm also happy for the performance of my team because it was a first experience for everyone and I'm happy in the way that we work. I behaved well as a driver and so I'm also happy about this, even though the weather conditions were not the best. I managed anyway to do a good race and so I'm happy. Ma qual è stata la prova speciale che ti ha intrigato di più tra quelle presenti?
Allora, diciamo che nella prima giornata le condizioni meteo comunque ci hanno graziato, devo dire. Mi sono sentito bene su tutte. Il terreno era a mio favore o a nostro favore come piloti, quindi grandi difficoltà non ne ho avute personalmente. Facevo abbastanza bene la prova in linea e mi piaceva molto, anche se ho commesso qualche errorino nell'extreme test, dovuto magari un po' dalla prima speciale, insomma, dell'inizio gara. Però tutto sommato è andato tutto liscio. Il secondo giorno, cioè il meteo ci ha messi tutti alla prova, insomma. L'extreme test è diventato molto scivoloso, nella parte di tronchi si è scavato e comunque la linea, l'enduro test riuscivo a farlo abbastanza, cioè lo riuscivo a far bene. Io la domenica ho avuto un piccolo problema alla moto in partenza e non mi si è accesa, ho preso i 10 secondi di penalità che sono riuscito a recuperare anche diciamo nell'enduro test, però poi in causa degli errori insomma li ho ripersi purtroppo. Proprio per le condizioni meteo la terza prova è stata annullata, quindi alla fine la gara è andata, ho sfiorato il podio per poco, insomma.
So traduciamo. I've asked him which special test was his favorite one, and he told me that during day one the weather conditions were quite good because it didn't rain, and so he succeeded in doing very good times in all the special tests. While in day two, we woke up with the snow, and so all the ground were very slippery, and it was hard to arrive at the end. He had some little problems in the extreme test that it was very slippery, also mainly in the part with the logwoods that were very hard to do it. But then he could gain some seconds in the other special test. But also due to the weather condition, the third endurance test was cancelled, and so he couldn't do nothing in order to win the race. Also because at the start he had a little problem with the bikes that he couldn't switch on in time, and so he took 10 seconds penalty. But anyway, he did a good race too. Ma allora, diciamo, lasciamo stare quei 10 secondi di penalità. Poi, com'è andata la gara? Sei riuscito a gestirla bene?
Allora, diciamo sì, sono riuscito ad avere un buon margine fino a metà gara, insomma, prima del terzo giro, che poi alla fine del terzo giro, sì, come ho detto prima, è stata annullata l'enduro test, soltanto che nel cross test ho fatto 2 errori stupidi e ho perso praticamente il margine che avevo guadagnato. Ho provato l'ultimo cross test, comunque la stanchezza si faceva sentire e diciamo sono arrivato proprio lì insomma, ecco, vicino al primo per 1 secondo e 9, quindi purtroppo non è bastato insomma l'impegno messo nell'ultima speciale.
He tried to gain these 10 seconds, trying to do the best time that he could. He was very fast inside the cross test, but at the last cross test, he was quite tired because the race was very tough. And he tried to push, but when you're tired, you can just make some mistakes. And so he didn't succeed in gaining these little seconds. So what do you think Finland is gonna be? Quindi come sarà la Finlandia secondo te?
Ma io spero un po' più asciutta. Spero un po' più asciutta, diciamo, speriamo il periodo è quello giusto. L'estate, insomma, io quei terreni non li ho mai visti e vedendo dai video, insomma, mi piacciono. Speriamo, insomma, sia una gara asciutta, insomma, ecco.
He hopes that in Finland we won't have rain. I saw some videos of Finland races. He never tried that kind of grounds, but he's curious to try it, hoping that there won't be that weather. We are going to be in Finland in July, so we hope that we are going to have the sun, some dirt, and no mud. But we never know. Enduro has this problem with the snow and also the rain. Which was your favorite round from now? Qual è stato il tuo round preferito tra quello italiano e l'ungherese?
L'ungherese specialmente al sabato, il sabato, perché anche il round italiano è stato compromesso insomma dalle condizioni meteo. C'erano soltanto 2 speciali e in questo ungherese ce n'erano 3. Diciamo che il sabato io mi sono divertito molto e quando mi diverto insomma i risultati arrivano per tanti motivi, insomma, ecco, ho un team che mi sta seguendo bene. Quando a Foggia era la prima esperienza e proprio a Foggia sono andato tra virgolette per fare esperienza, quindi diciamo più di tante aspettative non ne avevo. Qui in Ungheria mi sono portato dietro tutto il team e devo dire che sono contento.
So from now, he liked the most the Hungarian round, mainly for the Saturday, in which he had a lot of fun. And when you had fun, you succeed in doing also a good race too. And in Pietramonte Corvino was the first experience, not only from him inside the Enduro European Championship, but also for the team. And so they have to understand what they have to do just as a team, but they all work together and they improve the level during this round too. So I think that for the moment is everything. We will see you in Finland and so see you soon. Quindi per ora è tutto e noi ci vediamo in Finlandia nella speranza che la tua gara possa essere altrettanto positiva.
Va bene, ciao a tutti.
Ciao a tutti, cioè sì, ciao. Okay, now we're gonna have another guest, another very important guest, that is MAURIZIO MICHELUZ, the general leader of the E1 class. So, hi Maurizio.
Hello everybody.
Now we're gonna speak all in English because you speak very good English, so we can do it.
I don't know if it's very good, but I try. I know. Looks like that everybody understands me, so. let's go.
So that's good. So you are in the car because you are leaving for the Assoluti Italia. So that's why we see you in your truck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let's go back in time and speak about the Eleveit round 2 of Enduro European Championship. So how was your race during day 1 and then during day 2?
But during day one, I enjoyed the race because it was almost dry. The meteo, we've been lucky with the meteo because on Friday was raining a lot, but the ground coming dry very soon. So I think that was a very nice race on Saturday, and I win the race. So it means that I enjoyed the race and everything.
And during day 2, we knew from your interview that you fell during the first extreme test, and so you try to run to improve your time in order to conquer the first position.
The muddy condition will never be my preferred condition. So in the morning I start in the extreme test quite smooth, but in the first enduro test I make a big mistakes and I lost almost 20 seconds, and Federico Aresi was faster than me for sure, and during the day was shorter, so it didn't help me to cover the gap, and so this mistake cost me a lot. Anyway, during the other special test, also Aresi was fast, and that's it. I have nothing to add. So he won the race and he was faster than me.
But you are still the leader of the E1 class, so I think that is good.
Yeah, with three winning race, so I think that I can stay quite relaxed for the moment. But I'm sure that in Finland I have to win again.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the main goal is to win the championship.
This is my focus for July. So we will see. There is a long break until there, so maybe I have time also for improve a bit my recovery for my wrist that I had because I had a surgery last year in the end of the season, and I'm not 100% recovered. So I hope to be.
Yeah, I think that this race one after another didn't help you a lot in recovering, and so you're gonna enjoy your break time during this long way until July.
But it's not really a break because the Italian Championship, there is the World Championship where I still working for the FIM, so I'm quite busy until July. So,
yeah.
But anyway, it's good for it because I keep fit for riding.
Yeah, you keep training yourself, so that's good. But talking about the special test, while you were working the cross test and the extreme test and also the enduro test, which was your thought about the competition? What were you thinking?
I think that January was a very nice race. Unfortunately, on Sunday we had a shorter race because we had only 32 minutes, I think, of a special test timed, and I think that is a quite short race. I think on Saturday was perfect, maybe a bit long because 8 hours total race was a bit long. But the special test was nice. Not really technical because was no stones. Was only loam and sandy, and was nice for riding for sure. But from the technical side, I think that was missing something a bit.
Yeah, but that's something that just you feel that is missing, but you know what it is. And talking about the extreme test, I saw you driving, and you drive very well. These extreme tests are kind of new in enduro. So what do you think about it? Do you think that are just made for the show, or also do you enjoy doing this?
No, it was a bit shorter, but I think that was nice. Also, in my opinion, make it in the city center where the public can come easily to watch it. I think that is a good idea. Was not a really, I mean, a natural extreme test as probably the riders would like to have. But anyway, it was a good idea to have it near the paddock and near the city center. So was a good idea.
Yeah, it was a very good idea also because the enduro test was quite far and the road was not easy.
Not easy to join it because the last 300 meters, I think that you need a 4x4 or a enduro bike. So,
yeah, it would be easy for you to come there for the public.
for sure.
Yeah. So now we're gonna leave you go to the Assoluti d'Italia. I hope you will have a good race too, also there, and see you in Finland.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. So now we're gonna move on with another guest. He's a French rider. His name is David ABGRALL, and he's the third place rider into the E3 class. But he did not only made a third position into E3 class, but he also placed himself third overall here during round 2. So, bienvenue David.
Bonjour.
Je vais parler en français avec lui et même je vais faire la traduction après. Et donc, comment était ton compétition dans l'Hongrie?
Bah, la Hongrie, ça s'est bien passé pour moi parce que, en fait, je suis arrivé en Italie avec pas beaucoup de roulage avec la moto, parce que je venais juste d'arriver dans le team et j'étais dans un autre team cet hiver pour faire du sable. Du coup, bah, j'avais pas beaucoup roulé et là, en Hongrie, ça allait mieux parce que j'avais plus d'heures avec la moto, j'avais réussi à plus m'habituer. Le terrain, bon, les deux terrains me convenaient, j'adore les deux épreuves étaient vraiment super. Et bah, en Hongrie, non, ça s'est vraiment bien passé. J'ai 3 belles spéciales. Une liaison premier jour un peu longue quand même, mais après c'était bien.
So I asked him how was his race, and he told me that he had a lot of fun. The race was good. He came to Pietramonte Corvino with a lot of experience on his bike because it was a new bike, so he had to understand it, how to drive it in a good way. But here, after after some trainings and some experience in competition, he managed to do good times. He also thinks that the special tests were quite good. He had fun in the special tests, so for him it was a very positive race. So which special test was your favorite one? Quelle était ton preuve spéciale favorite?
Bah, ma spéciale préférée c'était l'enduro test, mais c'était là où j'étais le moins fort.
His favorite special test was the enduro test, but it was not the one in which he ride faster. But ce n'est pas un problème. Toujours on va aimer des spéciales dans lesquelles on va faire pas des bons temps, mais à la fin de la journée, vous avez fait une très, très bonne compétition avec ta 3e position dans l'absolu et même dans les très classes. Et dans les stream tests, qu'est-ce que vous pensez de cette épreuve spéciale?
Bah, elle était très bien parce qu'elle était pas trop dure, elle était accessible quoi. Donc c'était parce que même dans le gras, on arrivait à bien rouler dedans. Et c'était une spéciale elle était très courte, donc même si on se ratait, on perdait pas énorme. Non, c'était bien, c'était une belle extrême et puis c'est accessible du public. Elle était en pleine ville, c'était vraiment sympa. Technique, c'est-à-dire que si on était bon en extrême, on pouvait vraiment faire la différence aussi, donc ça c'est intéressant.
The extreme test was quite good because it was not that hard, and also it was quite short, so even if you made some mistakes, you didn't lose a lot of time, and that was good. And also it was good that it was in the city center, so that all the public can come and see the special test. So it was good to have the public cheering for you, and I had a lot of fun doing the special test. Mais ton round préféré était l'Italie ou c'est mieux l'Hongrie?
Pareil, l'Italie, j'adorais vraiment l'enduro test. Elle était vraiment très belle, c'était très longue, très belle, mais la cross test, c'était pas trop mon truc, elle était vraiment pas très intéressante. Sur la globalité, je dirais plus l'Hongrie, mais sur ma spéciale préférée, c'était celle de l'enduro test de l'Italie.
My favorite special test was the enduro test in Italy because it was very good, very hard, and I had a lot of fun in it. While the cross test, the Italian cross test, was not that good. But if I have to think the overall, I have to think in the overall, I just like the most the Hungarian round. And qu'est-ce que tu penses de cette mauvaise temp qu'on va rencontrer? Tu aimes les compétitions avec cette condition météo-là ou vous préférez les chauds et même la poudre?
Bah, moi, je suis originaire de Bretagne, en France, donc c'est au nord-ouest et il pleut pas mal. Donc, je suis habitué à rouler dans le gras, donc ça me dérange pas trop. Après, là, c'est plus le froid et les conditions qui sont pas agréables quand on roule. Enfin, rouler dans la boue, tout ça, c'est pas trop un problème, mais c'est rouler sous la pluie et dans le froid qui est. Bah, j'ai quand même hâte d'arriver au beau jour, c'est quand même plus sympa et plus fun que quand on a froid toute la journée.
Even I prefer riding in wartime. I also enjoy riding in the mud because I feel more comfortable in it, and so I prefer the hot temperature because they are quite good. But also in the mud, I had some fun. And tu vas à participer à les championnats françaises cet week-end, oui? Et où est la compétition?
C'est pas ce week-end, c'est le week-end prochain.
Oh.
C'est dans 10 jours. Et c'est dans le sud-est de la France, c'est près de Marseille, c'est à Le Luc. Et ça va être une course dans un sol vraiment aride avec des cailloux, tout ça. C'est un peu atypique, on va dire. Mais bon, j'ai hâte, j'aime bien ces conditions aussi.
He will compete in the French Championship that will be in 2 weeks. And the race will be on the south of France, and will be a different race in comparison to the competition that they had in France. Et vous voulez faire même les championnats du monde ou seulement les championnats européens?
Non, je vais pas faire le championnat du monde, j'ai pas le budget pour faire les deux. Ça prend beaucoup de temps et c'est assez compliqué. Donc je décide de me concentrer sur l'Europe et le France et les faire bien. C'est déjà pas mal.
Oui, c'est bon. He won't compete in the World Championship because he doesn't have the time to do both, because it's also very not expensive, not only concerning the money, but also about the time. And so he will focus only in doing the European Championship and also the French Championship in order to do two good championships. S'il va faire une comparaison entre les championnats de France et les championnats d'Europe, quelle différence il y a entre les deux?
C'est pas pareil. Championnat de France, ça reste souvent sur des spéciales assez simples, on va dire. Pas très technique, c'est beaucoup de champs à plat souvent qu'on a. L'Europe, c'est plus compliqué, on va dire. Il y a plus de challenge technique. Après, c'est deux très beaux championnats et chacun a leur différence.
I've asked him the difference between the French Championship and the European one, and he told me that in French the special tests are easier. They are very simple, and while in the European Championship everything is more complicated and more difficult and also more technical. So on va finir. C'est terminé notre petite interview et on va voir en Finlande.
C'est ça. On se
Au revoir.
Au revoir, merci.
Merci beaucoup. So let's go back to the English language and try to maintain it because it's hard to switch from French to Italian to English. And we are going to have another rider, the guy that won day 2 inside the Junior 2 class. And I will try to pronounce correctly his name because it's kind of hard. We're going to have GABRIEL CHETNICKI.
Yeah, almost correct. Yeah, that's true. Almost correct. Yeah.
Oh, so how you will pronounce your name correctly.
Like when you are from England, you go like
Yeah.
CHETNICKI, but in
Yeah.
Poland we say it like how you see the letters, then the same way you call it. So CHETNICKI.
Okay.
But
CHETNICKI.
it really doesn't matter. They call me so many different ways that I'm really okay with that. So it's okay.
Okay, it's very difficult for us to pronounce your surname, so I will call you Gabriel. That it will be
Yeah,
easier.
perfect. That's okay.
So you start from motocross, and now you came here competing in the enduro. So how was winning day two after so a little time that you competed in the enduro?
Overall, it was completely like big roller coaster because I've got a call from the boss from Maciej Wróbel last Saturday or last Friday, and he say, "Hey, you want to go enduro?" I say, "I don't know really if I can do this or if it's possible." And he bring the bike on Saturday and last Saturday, and I made about 2 hours on a KTM 252 stroke, and I was like, okay, we can try, we can see how it works because I didn't really know how the rules in enduro looks like. Like in motocross, I know how to do it, everything it's all clear, but in enduro it's completely different. And my friends, Maciej Więckowski, or other people from our team, tried to teach me how it works, but I didn't really understand that. So I was like, okay, I will just sit on the bike and go for the extreme test, cross test, enduro test, and we will see how it's gonna be. So yeah, for me it was like really a roller coaster since last Saturday till the week when we were in Tamasi in Hungary. So it was really unacceptable like victory, or even for me it was, I really didn't care about the result, or I just wanted to have fun, and the result came with the fun. So I was really happy about the result because I really didn't expect that. So it was unbelievable. The whole weekend was unbelievable. Even the Saturday when I was riding and they told me on the third place in the junior 2 class, I was like, how it's possible? I don't believe it. I'm third. And they say, yeah, you are third. And then on Sunday it was raining or snowing, whatever. And I was like, damn, it's gonna be really slippery on the extreme test. And it was. So I was like, please God, that I will not make any mistakes, because the one mistake costs you about 10 seconds or even more. It depends how big the mistake is. And I was like, please do not crash on the wood, do not crash on the slippery corners. And I didn't. So I'm really lucky and really happy that I finished, especially this extreme test, without any crashes. Yeah.
So it was your first enduro competition ever?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was riding before some cross countries or something like that, but the enduro was for me completely new, and all the rules which are in enduro, I didn't really understand them. I just send it and hope that I will not get any minus 1 minute or something like this. I was just cruising around, see what the guys are doing in front of me, and then I did completely the same. That's how it worked, and it worked really good because we won the junior 2 class, so that was absolutely crazy.
But how was changing the tires after after Saturday race? Because it is something that
yes, because they told me you need to change the tires, and I said in motocross we change the wheels, and they say no, in enduro we change the tires, and I say hopefully I will not have to change the tire. And it was so good, because it was so good, maybe not so good, but it was raining, and for me it was good, because when it's raining, when it's muddy, the tire don't get like rushed so much. The tire is much better than when it's dry or hot. And for myself, it was really good because I didn't have changed the tire, because the tire was okay. I was like happy with that, because you have 20 minutes or maybe less, and you have to change
15.
the tire. And when I change the tire in motocross bike, I have 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, one week for that, whatever, And now you have to go for the time to fight with the time, and you need to change the tire really fast. And I was like, hopefully I will not have to change the tire, and that's how it worked. I didn't change the tire. The tire was still good for the Saturday, for Sunday, yes. And yeah, perfect weekend. I will practice for the next races for sure. I will practice to change the tires. But for Hungary, I was lucky without changing any tire.
Okay. We hope that in Finland you won't change the tire, because I don't want to see mud anymore, or snow or rain or whatever. Just forget about it. But also was new for you to walk the special test, because I don't know if you in cross you walk the track, but you have to do it in enduro.
Yeah, I have few friends who rides like this extreme test. It's Maciej Więckowski and Dominik Olszowy, who was now in, I think, in Israel on the extreme test or the extreme enduro, something like this. And I was watching them how they do this, or Teddy Blazusiak. I also watch these guys.
Yeah.
But I never was riding on the enduro bike on this kind of track. And in motocross, you have free practice. You can, ride the track slowly, faster, or whatever you want. And there you stay and you go this green light. Yes, the green light it was.
Yeah.
You go green light and you have to go fast. And for me, it was completely new, and I didn't know how the tire will be on this slippery ground, how it's gonna be. So I can tell you, obviously, like the first two rides on Saturday, I was completely easy. I didn't want to crash. I didn't want to hurt myself. I didn't want to crash the bike. So for me, it was really new, and I didn't know how will the bike react with this kind of situation. So yeah, for me, it was really new. Also, the enduro tests. Like I knew already what I should to do on the enduro test, but when the race comes, when the stress, adrenaline comes, it's like completely different, and you can't compare it to the practice. It's like completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different, and also the time check. It was I think it was strange for you to come and to try to find the right minute in which to go inside in order to avoid penalties.
Yeah, like on Saturday it was good because we had a lot of time when you were going through after the extreme test, test, to the forest, and then on the field back by the river. And on Saturday I came back to this cross check. How was it?
Time check.
Time check, and I had 16 minutes, so it was really okay. You could drink the water, eat whatever you want. But on Sunday when they cut the time, you really need to push. Like it wasn't so easy to be there on the time. So on Sunday, for me, in my opinion, it was good that we didn't have 4 runs, but we had 3 because it was snowing during the night. The track was really slippery. It was wet, and I think after Saturday and Friday or Thursday walking the track all the time, I think that the 3 runs on Sunday was really enough. Yeah, so that's how it was.
So we will see you in Finland. We hope you will change the tires for the weather. So we're gonna have a hot and warm and a lot of stone that could just eat the tires. And so see you in July. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. So from a guy that was at his first experience in the enduro, we switched to another that is more experienced. We are going to talk with the overall winner, DIETGER that won the day 2 overall chart and also the E3 class, but also arrived in the 3rd position, on day 1 in the overall and 2nd in the E2 class. So we let him in. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. So how are you?
Good. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wondering, how do you feel after, having passing some days through your the overall victory? So how are you? How do you feel about this?
I can still not believe it, what I've done this weekend. I was hoping for a top 10 result, but coming home with the win, I never expected that.
So it was a very good race. When we talk after the day 2, you told me that you are used to ride in this condition because in Belgium it's more or less like that. But where are the differences between your Belgian race and this Enduro European Championship race?
Yeah, the Enduro European Championship is a lot more harder. In Belgium, we have not so many top riders. There are a lot of amateur riders, and the special tests are quite simple in Belgium. But I like how more hard it is, how more I like it. So it was really fun this weekend.
So you battle all day long with Daniel Mandel during day one, but at the end of the day, day one, he succeeded in beating you. But in day two, you took your payback. Which were the differences between day one and day two?
In day one, it was dry. It was perfect. The track was really grippery, and you could not make a lot of mistakes. And we had quite a good battle with Dan. And the Sunday, it was snowing in the morning, and yeah, it was difficult. It was not so much grip and everything, and I minimized my mistakes, and I think on that I keep that advantage.
And which was your favorite special test? The one in which you feel more comfortable and you did the best time?
My favorite special test was for sure then the Enduro test. I always feel comfortable in the single tracks in the woods, and the fast part on the cross track. I come from motocross. I ride only 3 years in the Enduro. My background is motocross, so I'm on the motocross track. I also like it very good. And and the part of the woods, the big part of the Enduro test, I love that riding in the woods. And the stream test, when I walk it, I was a little bit nervous for that, but I'm not so good at it. But this weekend it turned out really good, and the hard work in the winter on the extreme test on the trials bike paid off. So I'm quite happy about that.
And between Italy and Hungary, which do you think was the best race from now?
Yeah, for me, it's Hungary. It was three special tests. Italy was only 2 because of the bad weather also there. Hungary was more fun, was more like we have here in Belgium with the rain and everything. So I like more Hungary.
Okay, and talking about not the special test, but all the trials that we have to do you think was a good race? Was easy or difficult? This one in Hungary.
This weekend it was very nice. We had some easy parts where you can rest, but also some technical hard parts, and especially Sunday it becomes harder and harder with the rain and the snow. It was a really good fun race.
And how was the change in the tire after the race?
Yeah, I'm now 3 years in Enduro, so I'm used to that. It was quite simple for to do, and with the help of my team, it goes fast, and yeah, everything went good.
But when you are just waiting for entering in the special test, you have a follower. You talk with him, you ask for advices, you ask how the track is, or you just focus on the special test without talking to anyone?
Yeah, my girlfriend and my mechanic is always there on the start of the special test. My girlfriend take my clothes, give me a new goggle, and my trainer mechanic, he told me where I must look at if he goes to a place on a special test for looking a little bit dangerous, and then he come back to me and he say, there you must look, it's better you ride in that line or something, and then I go just full out in the special test, and I try to set the best time.
Yeah, we saw your girlfriend cheering you up for all the race.
Yes,
when we saw KTM girl arriving, DAMIENS was coming.
Yeah.
She was so cool to see you together in this race, because I think that it's important to have the support not only about your team, but also about your family.
Yeah, this here family sport. My dad has always ride motocross and enduro, and now I'm doing it. It is very family sport here. And now with my girlfriend, she come always with me. Yeah, it's very fun, and my mechanic is also a really good friend of me. It's always fun on the races.
Okay, so I think that we're just talking a little bit too much. So we let you have your free night, and see you in Finland, and hoping you will do good also in Finland.
Yeah,
Maybe with no mud.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
So guys, we've been talking a lot together. I think that before this time check after Eleveit round 2, it's enough. I want to thank you all for coming here and for seeing this show. So thank you very much. Keep following us on our Facebook and also Instagram pages, and please subscribe to all our social media in order to have all the information concerning the championship. It will be a very long race before round 3. We're gonna have the 24 MX round 3 in Sipo at the end of July, hoping that it will be warmer and with less mud. But we hope that we have the same fun that we have during these first 2 rounds of the Borilli Enduro European Championship 2022. So please keep following us, because maybe, who knows, we will do another live show as soon as we can. And keep following and see all our content that we will publish, because we have a lot of interview just to know you, just to make you know better all the protagonists of this championship. So see you and have a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye.